that whole thing, they still build that engine. They don't build it complete. They just build all the parts. You buy the block, you buy the hitch, you buy the exhaust manifold, intake, everything for that engine.
No, that engine, that was a good engine.
Okay, here's there's 3 of these on every rig. Now, here's the only problem with this rig. These engines were designed to run. They're sitting on a. They have a lot of load that goes on them, and they're designed to run at 45 to 55%. If you don't have enough to run it at 45%, they step you down to another engine. And then if you want to max that engine out, it runs at 55% load. That isn't where they run them. These things, now the longer that they've run, the deeper that they've run, and the longer they run laterals out, now they've forced these things into 65 to 70%. Then that was, they had to total out a lot of horsepower. The minimum some of these rigs had to have was 3,500 combined horse. Now when they got to 8,000, 9,000 laterals, to drive all that pipeline and all that weight, they need 4,000. They're using the same engines. So guess what they got to do? They don't run at 65 no more. They run at 80%. Here's the problem with 80%. When these engines are running in their 55% range, they burn about 60 gallons an hour. Okay? When you run them at 80%, they run 145 gallons an hour. Do you know what that does to the injectors? They're just billowing black smoke out of there, which is telling you there's carbon buildup on that engine, and that engine, just like clockwork, spits out 68 to 69 days. It's going to spit out 2 to 3 to 4 injectors, and $900 each. That is not the problem. And at about 120 days, you're going to lose the injector pump. At 6 months, you're going to lose the jockey pump. The jockey pump supplies all 3 engines, to, big 2-inch lines to have enough fuel to drive the injector pumps. So you're losing these pumps, and these pumps never have, hold up, flag's going up, I'm going down. No, bang, that engine is down. When that one engine goes down, the whole rig goes down. When the whole rig goes down, that's $90,000 a day. A day.
Yeah.
And they're down with 3 injectors for a day and a half. So you've got about 140,000, 135,000 of downtime in maintenance because 3 injectors went upside down. Then if the injector pump goes upside down, that is a maintenance. Now, let me tell you what this product here and this application, we're coming up on September. This is when this product went in. These 3 engines are still documented online. They run 24-hour segments when they're running. These engines, we haven't lost 1 injector. We haven't lost 1 injector pump. We haven't lost 1 jockey pump on this engine in 2 3/4 years. We have now put 7 figures, somewhere in that $1.7 to $1.8 million in lack of downtime just because this fuel product is now not spitting out injectors at the wrong time. So I'm going back to your C7. You want to correct, see what CARB and AQMD and DOT and all these requirements that they had filtered in to making the designs on the engine, they didn't change inside of these new engines. All they did is they started doing the bolt-ons on the outside. $18,000 cost on a Class 8 chassis. That 10-wheel chassis is going to cost the manufacturer $18,000 from 2010 and up for an SCR. So they bolt an SCR, they bolt on a PVF, which is going on the exhaust system. They put in restrictors now, and they try to run the piezo pumps. The 6.7 Dodge inline 6 that replaced the 5.9, 28,000 PSI. 8,000 PSI on that piezo injector. You're running 12,000 on that C7. Now, all of these things, the problem is you have high injector pumps, and they're trying to atomize the fuel. All they're doing is dumping way too much fuel, and they use a lot of fuel, and now they're doing corrective measures outboard of the engine. It's killing the engine, and now the other thing is you end up with a lot of blow-by. You know you've already got blow-by on the C7.
I have blow-by on the C7, like crazy.
Okay, and the reason being is because the carbon builds up here, and then now your blow-by, the rings no longer, they get locked in with carbon, so when this thing fires and it goes bang up here, it pushes it down there, and you have anywhere between